Hello, and welcome to Snack Decisions, the show where I help you make good snack decisions. On today's episode, we're finishing off our Easter run with Starburst Jellybeans. The entire 10-ounce bag, apparently difficult to find. I do not know if that's true or not. I was able to grab these early on in the run when Easter candy hit, so I was able to get a bag. I just went today to the supermarket, and they are nowhere to be found. A little bit of history on Starburst, and then a little less on Starburst Jelly Beans. Starburst candy was first introduced by Mars Candy Company in the United Kingdom in 1959. They were called Opal Fruits, and they were created by Peter Phillips, who won a contest and £5 for that invention. They came in strawberry, orange, lemon, and lime, which is not around anymore, at least in the United States. They were first introduced in the United States in 1967, and they were called M&M's Fruit Chewies. They decided that M&M's were very chocolate-based, obviously, as a name and a brand, so they renamed them Starburst the next year in 1968. Probably because people were obsessed with space and the burst of flavor. There's no reasoning or anything written down that says why they were actually called Starburst. The lime flavor that was part of the original four was replaced by cherry. Good move. In the early 1980s in the United States. Obviously, over time, they keep expanding the line, so now you can get all reds, so Fave Reds, limited edition retro fruits, which probably has the lime in it, tropical, Baja California, sour, strawberry mix, berries, and cream, very berry, fruity slushies. They have gummies. Obviously, they have these jelly beans. So they've expanded this line a lot from the regular Starburst with the wrapped package and everything. In the UK, Starburst, the actual Starburst, are vegan. The United States contains non-vegan gelatin, so they are not vegan-friendly. As far as the jelly beans, I could not find a solid year when they first got released. Somebody online had an ad from 1995, so I will say then. I honestly don't remember seeing them around in the 90s, but obviously they were out there. I probably wasn't looking too hard, to be honest. Currently, you can get them in the original, which is what we're doing on the show today, red, the Fave Reds, tropical, and sour, and I believe there's some type of crazy one, too, that I haven't seen. Maybe that was in the past, but I haven't seen those ever. These seem to be Easter only, so you can only get them at Easter time. And then they go away, probably with all the discounts. That's a good time right after Easter. Hit those discounts up because then, yes, you can get these at a nice discount. So our Starburst Jelly Beans come in 6 different flavors. Obviously, the cherry, orange, strawberry, and lemon of actual Starburst, the regular Starburst with the individual packaging. And the green apple and grape flavors have been added. So the lime even gets the shaft when they expand the line a little bit. So let's get into it. Packaging. Let's see if I can open this thing without scissors. Ooh, yes, nice and easy. It is one of the standard packaging where you open it, you can't reseal it. It kind of goes bad. So yeah, packaging 3. I was able to get at it easy. No issues whatsoever. Pour some out here. Let's see, did I get one of everything? Oh, I got this really interesting grape ball here. That's not a jelly bean. Come on, guys. Have your Jelly Belly standards, honestly. Let me break these down to get one of each. So it seems like they're shorting me on the pink. I don't know why they would do that. But yes, they come in 6 flavors, and much like the Dots, I'm more of a medley mix guy where I throw everything in and let things sort out. I do the same thing with Jelly Bellies and like marshmallow, cotton candy, and cherries, and let's see what happens. I enjoy it. I'm not going to nitpick, but for the show, I'm obviously going to do these individually and try them out. We'll start in the order they're listed on the bag, so I will start with cherry, which I'm assuming is the red jelly bean. It does what it's supposed to do. It tastes like a red Starburst, honestly. I can't give it a higher compliment than that. Not a ton of cherry flavor, but Well, it lingers, so it's sitting there. That's good. That's always good. Orange is next. Orange. Suitably orange. In a regular Starburst package, I'm a big fan of the cherry and the strawberry. I'm okay with the orange. Lemon can just disappear and die for all I care. I really do not like the lemon one, so that's going to be challenging when I get to it. But the orange, suitable amount, that's a very big actual burst of lemon, more so than the cherry. The cherry is a little bit more subtle than the orange. We will go to strawberry now. The strawberry has a bigger strawberry note than the cherry has the cherry note. It's not as citrusy as the orange, obviously, but it's just as powerful. I think I enjoy the strawberry more than the cherry on this one, just because the power of that fruit. I'm going to bump lemon till the end so I don't ruin my palate here. Green apple. Definitely a little more tart than the other ones. I'm honestly surprised it's not. They left that in with the rest of them and didn't put this in a sour mix, but it's fine. It does have a little bit of tartness. It kind of reminds me of a Blow Pop or a Jolly Rancher. So Green Apple fans will like it. I'm a little bit more muted on it. I prefer obviously the original ones more to it than that. Grape. Okay, grape seems to be the problem flavor because every time I have grape, it never pops as much. It's more of a subtle. It's not earthy, but it's earth-like, where it's like everything else is blowing up and bursting, and this thing's just kind of mellow. They always remind me of the icy pops that you put in the freezer to freeze up. For some reason, I don't know, but yeah, grape is fine. You don't get a ton of grape flavor on it. And now my mortal enemy, lemon. Lemon people will love it. It's got a big burst of lemon. I still don't like it. I really don't like these lemon ones. Oh, the jelly bean does nothing to help it. Nothing. Stay away if you don't like the lemon ones. Oh, man. There's a reason I never touch these in the actual packaging. My favorite would be strawberry, followed by the cherry, then the orange, which has a nice burst of orange flavor, the green apple, a little weird and interesting, but it's a little on the tart side, so I can see in a medley mix that I'm going to do in a second. It might stand out or help things. Grape, because it's not bombastic at all, and there's really nothing there. And lastly, lemon, which can just go off and die for all I care. So now I am going to do what everyone should have done, everyone should be doing in the start, and do a medley of all of them together to get a final rating. There we go. They were shorting me on the red this time. Why can't they short me on the lemon? That is an interesting progression. The lemon and orange really started big. That lemon will not be denied ever. And that kind of mellowed out, and the strawberry and cherry kind of took over. Maybe some of the grape. I didn't really get a lot of the green apple. The sourness, or the tartness, wasn't that great on it. It was fine. The mix was fine. It was interesting. I, again, think maybe the individuals are a little bit more powerful on their own. As a whole, man, this would be a 5-star candy for me if we could get rid of the lemon. But no, they're in there, and I can't get rid of them. I will give this one a solid 4. I can see myself eating just handfuls of this without too much of an issue. They're good. There are obviously some that I don't want in there at all. There are some that I will tolerate. The grape and the green apple are fine. But yeah, get rid of that lemon, and maybe I should just invest in the red ones and have a blast with those, honestly. But these are good. Again, if you like Starburst, all the colors, you'll love these. They taste just like Starburst. So now let's pair it with a beer, and we're heading off to the snack bar. And the snack bar is once again sponsored by Flipside Brewing out of Tinley Park, Illinois, 183rd in Harlem. They are open from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Add an hour on the weekends. Friday, Saturday, you go to 11 p.m. Great food, great beer, right off of I-80. They have a trolley running around with 3 or 4 other breweries. You can just make a day of it and have the trolley drive you around and then sober up, and then you can drive home. Don't drive drunk. Great spot. Definitely worth a stop. The burgers and the curds I dream about, honestly. They're delicious. They do a burger of the month every month. Check their socials for what it is. Usually it's interesting and good. They did a Reuben burger. They've had just a variety. I remember the Reuben burgers was the last one, but they've done some interesting burgers every month. So definitely check them out. We'll be pairing the Starburst Jellybeans with Monochrome Dream, their Hazy IPA. There it is. Ooh, Monochrome Dream. Oh, it's more than one color, guys. Oh no. 6.5% Citra, Mosaic, and Equinaut. So yes, Citra Mosaic, typical hazy beer. Hops, Equinaut, nice little interesting one. We'll see how that does. Been down on hazy IPAs recently. I like the bitterness, something similar to the Last Stop IPA I had on the Springtime Dots episode. That's more my style now. This hazy thing, not really, but I understand people do enjoy this, so I will give it an honest look. But Citra Mosaic, if you're doing a hazy beer, that's the one. Those are the hops you want to use, quite honestly. Ton of head, obviously, I cannot see through it. Darker orange, not much of a gradient, so that's good. Definitely get some citrus and tropical fruits coming off of it. Thankfully, not very sweet. Some of these hazy IPAs can get really, really sweet, but also not a ton of bitterness. So you're walking that tight line right there. If this had a little more bitterness, I would probably be a little bit higher on it. If it had if it had more sweetness, I would be lower on it. So it does walk that tight line. It is a very enjoyable hazy IPA. If I was in the mood for one, I would definitely be into this one, and I would definitely order it from the bar if I wanted a hazy IPA. Typically, I don't. They make other styles a hell of a lot better, so I usually go that route. So Monochrome Dreams, perfectly fine. Hazy IPA, 3 stars. I'm not wowed by it. I'd like more bitterness on it, but it's a hazy IPA. If you like hazy IPAs, this is going to be a 4 or 5, easy. But as it stands, a 3. Let's go to the jelly beans. Kind of tamps down on some of the burst. It stays around, though. It did meld pretty well with the actual hazy beer itself. So, yeah, not too shabby. I guess we'll go with orange next. Yes, orange works very, very well with a hazy IPA. It's just adding some typical flavors that I'm used to having in a hazy IPA on it, so it just makes sense that it goes with it. Next up, strawberry, which is pink. Man, pink and red are very close in color. Strawberry seems to be the unsung hero with IPAs. On the Springtime Dots episode, the strawberry one was not that great by itself. When I threw it with the IPA, it was really standing out. This one obviously was my favorite one, and it just adds a little bit of something to the beer itself that I'm not used to, and it's a nice little change of pace. So I would definitely say strawberries pretty damn good. Not as good as the orange that made sense with it, but hell, strawberries right there. Green apple. This one should be interesting because that's an off flavor in a beer. It works fine enough, but that definitely is not that's a miss. It's a little too off-putting because, again, that's an off flavor in a beer, and I don't want it, but it doesn't. They're fighting each other the whole time. Grape. Grape needs to hit the gym. That did nothing. the beer itself just knocked it completely off. So yeah, grape. Grape's probably better than green apple because I just didn't like the green apple flavor, but in the beer, but there's nothing. It just got beat down. Oh boy, here we go. Lemon. It definitely mellows out some of the bombastic notes of the lemon that I don't like because they're in my face all the time. But it's still cutting. It's big. It's still it's still there. It's still adding something. It's not the worst of the individual ones this time with the beer, but it's definitely not the best in my opinion. So I would rank it orange 1, strawberry 2, cherry 3, lemon 4. Good job, lemon. Grape 5, green apple 6. The last 2, grape was doing nothing, and green apple is not a flavor you really want in a pairing with any type of beer, unless it's a cider. But everything else really kind of added something to it, which helped. So yeah, and then I have to get more jelly beans because I keep eating these, and they're not optimally spaced out. I will get the medley in here and pair that too, because why the hell not? It helps in the medley mix that two of my top four, the lemon and the orange, were big and bombastic. Now they just combine forces together and really knocked out of the park. Maybe at the very end, some strawberry and cherry came out, but everything else was getting just waylaid. It was all orange and lemon. So it's a really good medley pairing as well. Overall, the beer and the jelly beans, I would say it's a 4. It works really well. So if you want to do specific ones, you just have to be careful and know what you like. But otherwise, it's not aggressive. It doesn't. Most of them don't fight the beer like the green apple does. They usually show up, unlike the grape. It's a solid beer pairing, and one I wish more breweries would try to do with candies and things like that. Obviously, most have food, but maybe introducing candy and a little sweets into it, because they do work, as I've proven on the show. They're really banging if you pick the right ones, I guess. I don't know, except for those cotton candy peeps. Sorry. If you like what you've seen, like, subscribe, email me, whatever. If you see something interesting you want me to try, go for it. I have a whole list of things I've gotten already. I have chips. I have some savory things finally, not all sweet. We're out of Easter time, so that'll help. I got some chips. I do have some more chocolate bars. We haven't done a chocolate bar yet, so that'll definitely will widen the spectrum as things go along. But thanks for watching, and keep making good snack decisions. Bye.